Now there's 2. Where are the other 2?
They're still in re-education camp.
This one still doesn't have her hat. You stick it on. You've got the glue. Now what are you going to do? You're going to video them?
I'm just wondering what you'll do to them. Are you mad at them?
No.
No? Are you going to give them a hug?
No.
No? Are you going to lick their faces?
No.
They're not strangers.
You just think you've been rehabilitating them.
Mm-hmm.
They've just been picking your brain.
You know, if I could get you to get them to stop spying and maybe come learn something in the garden instead.
They've been learning things in the garden.
What have they learned?
They haven't told me.
Well, we got a little over 2 inches, almost 2.5 inches of rain in the last 3 days. So I don't think I'm going to have to water anytime soon. But yeah, everything's getting huge. I'm starting to see flowers on all my beans. These are my drying beans, so they're just going to keep going until they're dry. Oh, look. My first marigold. Fabulous. These are not drying beans. These are gold beans, or yellow beans. And they're just starting to flower too. Secret seed. Mystery seed. This is actually my mystery seed number 1, although it's the 3rd one I planted. It has popped up, and it is indeed a bean. They haven't all popped up yet, but there's 5 out of 9 that have come up. So, yeah. Mystery seed number 2, which is some kind of pepper, and it is coming along. Still pretty little. We don't know what kind of a pepper it's going to be. So here is secret seed number 3. I still am not sure what it is, but it's doing wonderfully. It has very interesting leaves. I wonder, Elizabeth, are the leaves edible too? Can I taste the leaves and tell what it is? I haven't even tried one of the leaves yet. Anyway, maybe Elizabeth will tell me that when she sees this. Oh, and I guess it's also my funky container update. So my container is standing up. I've had it soaking in water because I water from the bottom, and it seems to be doing fine. So with tomatoes, if it's a vine, you want to come in here in this little juncture whenever you see something like this growing, and you want to pluck it out because it is a sucker. You can leave them to get bigger, and then you can let them get bigger, and then you can actually take them and, what is that? Oh, that's part of that pot plant. Okay, look at my kohlrabi going crazy. Anyway, I was saying that you can take your suckers off of your tomatoes and they will actually start a whole other plant. You just, when you take the sucker off, instead of throwing it on the ground like I did, you would take it and put it in some water. My little cucumbers. And these peas never did come out. I should probably just clip them back. This is lettuce? No, those are beets. Those are white beets. Anyway, everything's a little waterlogged and soggy today still. Uh-oh. What's happening with my elephant garlic? Look at what's happening with my elephant garlic. Does that mean... I think that means I should probably dig that up with it splitting like that. Don't you think? Well, I sure hadn't planned on this today. I don't even have my drying rack set up yet. But this is definitely breaking. Oh my, look at all those. I don't know what those are. New bulbs for me? I guess, probably. I'm gonna drop them in there, see if they grow anything. Yeah, that is splitting open. There's a big old ugly slug in there. That's so gross. I picked it out. See, I had my gloves. Look at the size of that bulb. It's pretty darn big. Anyway, I'm gonna set it somewhere and let it dry. It's a jungle. Look how big that dill and that cilantro are. So I need to cut that dill back for sure. The cilantro, I need to take a better look at it and see if it's going to flower. If it is, I'm gonna let it. So every day I come out to this plant and look at all the new growth it has on it. It's just crazy that it's still growing like that. And then I give it a good shake. And anything that falls to the ground is mine. It rarely makes it inside, I'm afraid. So it's been several days since I've come out here, but look at this. I have a pumpkin, I have a pumpkin. I did trim some leaves off of this that were looking pretty rough. As you can see, that's them there. It's been getting a lot of rain. A lot of rain. So, and this looks awful, but really it's the flowers from the tree above it. Not seeing anything on here yet. A few flowers, but no sign of any females yet. Oh, there's a female. I don't know if it's been pollinated or not. We'll see. Look at the hay. I'm growing flippin' hay. This stuff is supposed to be seed-free. Oh my gosh. It is definitely not seed-free this year. Crazy.
Doing my job.
What is your job, Mom?
You're garbage.
Only mine?
And it's in an awkward place now because I can't get it out of that end, and you want it at that end so you can reach it.
Do your work with a smile on your face. So I thought I would bring you out here to, well, what was going to be the gnome garden is not going to be the gnome garden anymore. And I thought I'd show you. I've got some flowers coming in. Oh, now this here, I'm told it's a weed. But like, look, it flowers. And it's just a little ground cover. I don't know, maybe I even planted it. These, I don't know. I'm sure those are wild flowers too. I'm sure those are some kind of wildflower, but look at what a pretty flower it is, right? I mean, that's what I want out here is flowers, flowers, flowers. These are going to bloom any day. And they are beautiful and they smell amazing. Look at how pretty that is. Here is the actual gnome garden. And look, I'm starting to get sweet peas. Finally. I can't believe it's middle of June and I'm finally starting to get sweet peas. I would have thought I'd have had these a long time ago. I know they're supposed to have something to climb. I thought they would drape nicely, but they don't apparently like to drape nicely. Yeah. Anyway, they're finally starting to flower. So that's nice. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. I think this is yarrow. My roses are falling out. I think this is yarrow. But I'm not sure really what any of it is. It's just all wildflowers. That's all I put in here. Wildflowers, sweet peas, and peonies. They're looking kind of rough. What happened to you? I don't know. Anybody know? It might cause my peony to suddenly curl up and die. I mean, it's been raining, so I know it's not dry. And we're getting flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. So I'm sitting out here in my beautiful garden and I'm trying to think of what piece of advice I can give you. Because this being a Shed Wars video, I do need to provide a bit of gardening advice. So here's my bit of advice for this week. I think that you should have a chair somewhere in your garden. You should be able to go out into your garden and sit there in the evening or in the daytime or whatever your favorite time of day is and just revel in all of the goodness that's around you when you're in the garden. I feel so blessed to be able to have this little spot, and coming out here and sitting out here just makes me realize even more, of course, the glory of God and how much He has given me. And isn't that the perfect time for a plane to fly over? Hi! They don't like me getting too serious, apparently. Oh, we'll wait till he goes. But anyway, yeah, that is my advice for you this week, is to have something comfortable in your garden that you can sit down at. Have yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, or in my case, a Diet Pepsi, an addiction I need to stop. Yeah, or, you know, whatever your beverage of choice is, sit in your garden and just take in the peace and the joy that it brings you. So, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out in the garden with me. I hope I didn't bore you or make you ill with some of my waviness. Yeah, so it's crazy how much my garden has grown in the few days. Well, it's been raining for about 5 days, I think. And so although I have been out and kind of looked around at stuff to make sure there wasn't anything awful happening in the garden, I haven't spent a lot of time out here in the last few days because it's been raining. I'm not going to come and, I mean, yes, have a place in your garden where you can go and sit, but you don't have to sit out there in the pouring down rain. You can if you want. I don't know. Whatever you're into. Anyway. Should I try to do a vlog every day? I don't know if I could do that. I don't think I'm that interesting. I can't wait for my birthday live. I have a list of questions. Well, I don't have it yet. I've found a list of questions that I'm going to have for people to answer throughout different periods of the day. And oh yes, speaking of which, Mom says you can't make people stay for 5 full hours. So here's what I'll do. When I draw a name, I will give that person 15 minutes to respond in some way before I move on and draw the next name. And I'm trying to think in my brain, and it's really, really hard. No, just kidding. Anyway, so Mom says that I can't make everybody stay for 5 hours just on the off chance that they might win a prize. She says I can't do that to people. She says she won't even stay for 5 hours. See how she is? But anyway, so I thought to get around that, what I'll do is I will try to draw the prizes on the half hour. Okay, so we're going live at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and I will draw the first prize at 2:30, and then 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, and 7 o'clock. Yes, because I'm going to go from 2 o'clock until 7 o'clock. And so, yes, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, and then I'll do a final one just before we sign off at 7 o'clock. So now you know when the draws will be. You know how to enter. If you watched the last video about Crazy Hair Day, you know how to enter. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for hanging out in the garden. Have yourself a blessed day. I will see you soon. Bye now.